Lori here for today's business tip. So today I want to talk to you about branding. I want to explain what it means and why it's important. So the first thing I want to talk about is why it's important. So it's really important that you are consistent with your company because your brand essentially means your brand is your promise to your customer. Okay, so you want it to portray everything that you want it to say about your company. So the objective of branding is to deliver a clear message, to provide you with credibility in the place. Okay, so it's very important that you're credible in the marketplace. You want to be consistent in your message. You want to emotionally connect with your customers. This is all part of branding. Your brand should motivate people to buy and it should motivate them to be loyal. Now, I know that sounds like a lot for a brand to do, but that really is the objective of what a brand should do for your company. So the first thing you really need to do is you need to define what your brand is going to be. So this does take a little bit of work, but it's really important that you just take a tiny bit of time and do this so that you will be consistent and people will see you through your brand. So you need to define what's your company's mission, what's the benefits and features of your products or services. Why do customers need to come to you? You need to think about what kind of problem you're resolving. And you need to think about the qualities that you want your company to portray. So those are some of the things that you need to sit down and kind of think out. And then once you have that thought out, then you need to have a great logo. Logos are important for companies. And then you need to figure out, okay, so you've defined your message. Now you need to figure out how you're going to voice that message for all of your customers. You can develop a tagline. So taglines can be really powerful to kind of help push your message out there. But you want to be very consistent with how you get your message across. So that's part of your branding. Okay, so let's take for example Damon Oates. So Damon Oates of Deco Exchange is excellent about defining his brand. So what does he do? He wears t-shirts that talk a lot about kind of what his mission is. So part of his mission is to help animals, right? So he's a big animal proponent, and so he wears a lot of t-shirts that have his branding on it, so his logo's on it, and it talks about animal rescue, and it talks about what he loves to do, which is the designing, making wreaths and things like that. So that is a very consistent, clear message. So he wears them everywhere. He crafts in his bare feet. Guess what? That's part of his branding. That's kind of what I'm trying to portray to you. So you just need to figure out, why are you doing it? What's your purpose? You need to figure out how you're going to get that across to people and be consistent. You can design t-shirts that talk about what you do, what your company's like, and when you're on social media, wear those. That helps get your message out. So you're looking for ways to get your message out. Put your logo everywhere, okay? Be consistent. You need to do lives. You need to make videos. Those are all part of helping you get your brand out there and get yourself seen, because the ultimate purpose of this is to get that customer's trust, right? They're not going to buy from you unless they know, like, and trust you. So being consistent with your brand and keep putting yourself out there and brand yourself in a way that people will connect with, because remember, you're looking for that connection. and you need to motivate your buyers to purchase. So doing that really is all about solving a problem for them. I know that seems odd, but it's true. So let's talk about what that problem could be. Well, if you're selling a wreath, the problem is they want something beautiful on their door, or they have a special gift they want to buy someone, or something like that. So that could be the problem. If you're providing a service, so let's talk about my service that I provide. So I help people learn to open and run businesses or make their business more successful. Well, of course, the problem I'm solving is that people want to be successful, but they need the steps to know how to do that. So you have to be very consistent with how you portray yourself, because that's part of your branding. You just want to show your customers your loyalty, and they will show you their loyalty. I know branding is kind of a big part of business, and it really is an important part of business. So this is something that we're going to be working on in my group soon. It's really important to sit down and do a little bit of work on branding and figuring out who your customer is, what you're resolving, your problems you're resolving, how you're going to get your message out there. And this is all part of what you need to do when you are in business. So these are important things. When you're first starting out in your business, you just kind of want to be consistent, but you really do need to spend some time figuring out some of these things. Okay, I know it's a lot to take in, but it is really important if you're going to have a long-term successful business. Okay, so and just remember, if you're looking for help to try to open or run your business, to check out my group. We do cover a lot of things in there, and I have a lot planned for the future on what we're going to cover, so I can make sure that I give them all the tools they need so that they can learn to succeed in their business. Okay, you have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye.